Well, hello, and welcome back to Taya's Christmas Villages. It's been a while since I did my last video, so I wanted to catch you up on everything that I've been doing ever since the last video. I've put away I actually put into storage all the dungeon tiles that I created and all the other items that I made. But I've been still busy making things, like buying more styrofoam every week. And I wanted to show you what it was that I was doing this week, actually. I'm making a base for my ice rink. I'm going to have a lot more room on my diorama, so I'm going to build a base where the ice rink sits on top. I debated whether or not I should insert the actual ice rink into the base, but I've decided to just put the ice rink on top of the base. It will be made out of cobblestones and made in a similar fashion that I've been doing with all the other items that I've made out of styrofoam. So let me show you where I've gotten to in this process up till now. I actually had to fish the ice rink out of storage. This is what it looks like. The ice rink comes right off. It's not attached in any way. The reason I have the hole in the center is because I'm going to be putting lanterns around the ice rink, and I have to have a way to get the wiring down through the bottom into the electrical outlet. So that's why the hole is in the center. I didn't bother painting the center part because that's going to be covered by the ice rink. I'm not going to actually glue the ice rink on to the base because then I won't be able to get the lanterns setting up in the right spot. So what I've done is I've cut the piece out in the right size, and I've done the carving. First of all, I carved all the way around. Like, I've made a few mistakes, but that's not going to be too visible once everything is set up. And then I used my ruler and made all the brickwork around. I decided on brickwork rather than cobblestone, although I'm going to paint it like it's cobblestone. It will end up looking like cobblestone, but it's a little more regular than just the imprint with the roller and painting on top. It's a little bit more pronounced. So it's got the edge around, and then all of this is just carved into the brickwork, and it will come alive with the painting that I do on this. When I've got the ice rink on top, now this ice rink I've had for many, many years. I purchased it years and years ago at a craft store. Then I looked at it and thought, you know, it's kind of flat. It doesn't really show a lot of character. So I decided to make a change and put some bricks on the outside. So I took a piece of styrofoam and I cut them to size, and it's going to fit in that one spot between the brickwork and the plane and the center. It's going to go in there. So I cut them to size, and I will be gluing all of these on so that it looks like there's a little edge around the ice rink. But I can't cover the ice rink with these little bricks because then I can't get the ice rink off. And I need to be able to get that ice rink off in order to put the lanterns through the electrical of the lanterns through the holes. So I took a long strip of the styrofoam, measured it all out, of course, exactly the right size, and then I simply cut them into pieces to make the bricks. Cut the entire strip up. I did several strips to make enough. So I ended up with all these pieces. What do I do with them now? Well, painstakingly paint each one with the black, completely black. Before I painted them, I put an imprint on them with the roller, just on the top. I just imprinted them with the roller so they had markings on them. And then painted them completely black with the black and the Mod Podge together to give it a nice coat, and then I airbrushed it with gray. Let me get a better one. And those are going to be my little stone edging around the outside of the ice rink. After the dry brush, the black and the dry brush with the gray, I dry brushed it with white, and they look quite stone-like. I'm quite pleased with those. This will make up the edging around the ice rink so that it will look a little bit more 3D, a little bit more realistic. I've also made a number more of the stone walls, all different sizes, the brick walls. Put the base on the bottom. I cut these out of cardboard. The cardboard usually comes from food cartons, the box that the food comes into. I have one here to show you. I simply take a box and open it up and start cutting this into strips of different sizes. And I use them on the bottom of these stone walls. It gives them a little bit more stability. And I've made a number of these in various sizes. And I still have to paint them all. As well, I've constructed more dungeon tiles in different sizes. So these will be the dungeon tiles. These will fit into spaces where a regular dungeon tile won't fit because it's too narrow. I've decided to make all sorts of different sizes only because it's going to be like a jigsaw puzzle when I do set it all up. And the larger ones as well, which are double these. These all have to be painted as yet. This will add to my stash of dungeon tiles and so on. So as you can see, I'm still keeping busy. I have a couple more here of the dungeon tiles, double dungeon tiles. So these would be like 3. And instead of putting the magnets together for 3, I'll just make them out of 1, the size of 3 of the 3 dungeon tiles into 1. So I keep cutting more and more and more and more and making more and more and more and more. I think I'll have plenty. But that's the idea, is that you don't run out when it comes time to build your diorama, that you don't turn around and run out of dungeon tiles and run out of all the supplies and have to make them still. The idea is that you will have it already made, and when it comes time to put your diorama together, that you've got sizes and pieces of everything enough to fill your diorama. Yeah, so you should see my workbench. It's a horrible mess. In between, I usually make the weekends. I clean up everything on Fridays and Saturdays, put everything away again, put them all in the buckets, put the paint in the right places, and put all the supplies away. And then Monday morning, I take them out again. But I do want to share with you something that is going to impact my life. And I do need to explain why I'll be gone for a couple of months. I will not be making videos for a few months because in about 10 days, I'm undergoing surgery for a hip replacement, and I'm going to need to take the time to recover. So before then, I'll get these projects finished and put away. I'll get everything cleaned up, and I'll be focusing on other issues. So the next time you see me, it might be a couple months from now. It might be earlier. It depends on how things go. I will come back and let you know how everything went. I'm not particularly worried about anything. I know that my life is in God's hands and that whatever He wills for me will take place. And I have utter assurance that everything that He has planned for me, He will be with me throughout. So until the next time I see you, blessings and peace. And you take care of yourself and hope to see you soon. Goodbye. bye.